Hello everyone and welcome back to another Raiders video. In this video, I'll be my Raiders Broncos Week 5 game preview, so let's get into it. So the Raiders go on the road to play a team that they've beaten 8 straight times in a row, the Broncos. This time, I don't expect it to be any different in terms of the results. So here we are, 2-2 for each team, and we looked really ugly at some points in the year and looked really good. Not really good, but a very solid team the other half. For Denver, exact same story. Week 1 and 2 really bad. Week 3 and 4 look like a lot different of a team. So both teams coming in here at 2-2 when they've showed, they can be bad and they can be good as well. So this is a big game. The winner goes above 500. The loser goes below 500 in a wide open AFC. It's definitely big for both teams. I'll acknowledge that it's probably bigger for them because, we've beat them 8 times in a row. Obviously, that doesn't mean we're going to take them lightly, but that just means that it's more personal for them. You know what I mean? 8 times in a row. Kind of like when we beat Kansas City on Christmas. It was not 8 times in a row, but we had some incentive to beat them. And I think that's going to help them win this game, as well as being at home. Devontae Adams in this one probably won't be ever playing for us ever again. But honestly, that's fine. We're 1-0 without him. You know what I mean? Without him, we don't have to force feed the ball to him. We're going to spread the ball around. I feel like Jacoby, trade Brock Bowers. So I'm excited to see that. I think we can win without him. You know what I mean? Especially if our run game actually does get going. No Zamir White. Madison, I think, was going to get more snaps than him anyway this week. I think he just earned it the past, the whole 4 games of the season so far. He's just done better. And the fact that the run game has gotten going is definitely a good side to see, because this Denver Broncos pass defense is very strong, especially that we don't have Devontae Adams. It might be a game where we have to rely more on the run, which is where Denver has also been solid, but not as good as their pass defense. So it's crazy to say, but we might actually be able to be successful running the ball. Hopefully that is the case, because I think it can be. JPJ has looked good. Glaze has looked good, even better than Munford. I'm not a big fan of him, but those rookies have looked good. And then Parham's questionable. That's a pretty big one. You know what I mean? If you don't have him, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Maybe JPJ back to right guard, maybe White here at left guard, but hopefully he plays and we don't have to worry about that. I think the run game will be solid this game, as we know Madison's more of a zone running back and has had a nice season for us. And again, the passing game, it's going to be tough, but I think we're going to try and spread the ball out, because when they have a corner like Patrick Surtain, it's kind of tough to go at him and just, win the matchup there. So we have to go elsewhere. They still have solid cornerbacks, including Riley Moss, and they got Jaquan McMillan, I believe his name is. They're solid in the pass defense department. And what helps them out is their pass rush is really nice with, Zach Allen, Jonathan Cooper, among other guys, Jordan Ellis. So they have guys that can get after the quarterback. Our pass protection has to be ready. Last week, only 2 sacks, both from Myles Garrett anyway. Myles Garrett does that. They don't have anyone of a Myles Garrett caliber. So I think the pass protection should be able to hold up. Hopefully, we'll see. Definitely better in week 4 than it was the previous 3 weeks. And on the other side of the ball, their offense have really struggled. I mean, Tampa Bay did a nice game, but I feel like that was more of a trap game for Tampa Bay. We saw Tampa Bay bounce back and beat Philadelphia the next week anyway. So that was more of a trap game. But then the Jets the next week, they beat a team that I thought was better than them. They played in a really tough environment, in terms of like the hurricane or whatever's going on over there. Hopefully everything's all right over there. But for now, they're 2-2, like I mentioned, a completely different team. But their offense is still not doing good. Bo Nix has 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions. I guess he has 2 on the ground, but he is not look good. He's running a lot of checkdowns, which he did do a lot of that at Oregon, but it's not Oregon anymore. Like, his guys are not really giving him same after catch like he had at Oregon. Oregon, it was a great scheme, and Sean Payne also has a great scheme, but it's not as easy as it was at Oregon to dink and duck your way down the field. It's been a lot tougher for him. As I mentioned, 1 touchdown. Even that 1 touchdown was like a wobbly pass, almost missed the end, but I guess the weather conditions kind of factored that. But my point is, the Robins not been good at this year at all. They are missing right tackle Mike McGlinchey. For us, Crosby is questionable. It looks like he could play. I mean, they're saying he's questionable. I saw him practice on Friday. On those clips, the guy was like doing Euro steps or whatever. He looks like he's playing to me, and that would be huge. And outside of that, the run game has been okay. Javonte Williams, Jill McLaughlin, nice little duo. Not the best, but not the worst. Their interior offensive line is pretty nice. I think between the guards, between Ben Powers left guard, Quinn Miner's right guard, and Garrett Bowles at left tackle is pretty good as well. They actually have a nice offensive line. Again, right tackle injury though. That's where we could take advantage. So I think our D-line keeps their running game in check. I think Spillane obviously has another great game. We'll see what Eichenberg does his first start because, Devon Diablo nothing that great this season. Then Luke Matherson played. I was a fan of Matherson. He did not look that good either. Got injured. Hopefully he's all right. On IR with a knee injury. That's a scary sound, but we'll see what happens with that going forward. And Eichenberg will start in his place. So maybe it was better than both Diablo and Matherson. He did get some nice snaps the last 2 weeks though, so it's not like he's coming in here with no experience. After the past events, I trust our defense to stop them. Cortland Sutton is nice, but outside of that, they've had some nice production from Josh Reynolds, but I don't expect them to stretch the field with Bo Nix. And we better not let them. You know what I mean? Even at tight end, they're not doing that good. But the leading receiver at tight end is Rick Dulcich, UCLA guy who has 5 catches on the season, I believe. So not too worried about the tight ends. Sutton, we can contain like we've played Sutton, every year for the past I don't know how many years, but he's been on their team for a long time. Not worried about that. The only way they can win this game is if they go by defense, and that's the same thing for us. So have to play better than them defensively and make less mistakes offensively. So that's the key to the game, in my opinion. Denver Broncos week 5, both 2-2. Would love a win, especially after the Vontae trade request. If we're 2-0 without him, it'd be satisfying. So yeah, that was my Raiders Broncos week 5 game preview. I'm Marto. Thank you for watching.